All right, so I already told you I totaled my car. We talked about that like before actually going on the podcast.
Indeed.
But so what are the odds of this, right? So I totaled it like right before like you go into the tunnel, like coming back from 93, like going 93 north.
Yeah.
And a state trooper obviously has to pick me up and shit because I don't have a fucking car because it got flatbed towed. The guy is a hockey guy. Played hockey at like Quinnipiac. He said he like rode the bench and stuff. He's like, yeah, I shouldn't have went D3. Honestly, I don't want to sound mean, but he did sound like a stereotypical like frustrated older athlete kind of. Mm-hmm. But I was just obviously appreciating the ride home from a state trooper. And
what do you mean by frustrated? Because I kind of know what you mean.
He's like, yeah, I still, because he said the word, still think I should have played though. Like, you know what I mean?
Just didn't, hasn't accepted the fact that he wasn't good enough
probably.
to play.
That's what I thought, right? But who knows? Maybe the coach was a dick. Mm-hmm. Maybe he should have played. Like, I don't know. I wasn't there, right? But it's just funny that of all the guys to give me a ride home, he's a hockey guy. Because, like, obviously he was a fucking hockey guy. And he drops me off and gives me a Massachusetts State Police, like, nasty snapback, like, hat.
It's fire.
I was like, this is unreal.
What a guy.
I know. I was like, thank you. I appreciate it, sir.
Did you have a mustache?
No, he was bald and didn't have any facial hair. But yeah. Isn't that wild though? The one guy that picks me up, the statey, is a fucking hockey guy?
Yeah.
I'm like, what are the odds of that?
No, right, yeah, I feel you. So your car's totaled. You got a truck.
Yeah. Truck should be in my driveway hopefully by Wednesday.
That's what's up. 2 people fled the scene.
So 2 people fled the scene of the accident, which is fucked because the guy who started it, whoever's out there, bro, if you listen to this, fuck you. Literally come to this where we do this podcast and I'll literally fucking kill you right now with my bare hands. But yeah, because I had to get a new car because of you, bro. And I'm probably going to get found at fault because I just hate how insurance works. If you technically ran around someone or hit the back of someone's car, you're just at fault. Yeah. No matter what. Mm-hmm. It's like, what the hell?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I understand.
Now I know how Asian people feel right now when they get persecuted for coronavirus. It's like, hey man, just because I'm Asian doesn't mean like I started coronavirus. But
right.
Hey, like I feel your fucking pain. Asian Americans, you know what I mean? I'm with you on that. But yeah. So the guy who I hit, I probably hit him going like 50, 40.
Oh shit!
So I was humming. But he had like a Honda HR-V, so his car was big, and I had a Hyundai Elantra. If you don't know, that's a very like go-karty type car. You know what I mean? Small. And he got out of his car, and my car was so fucked I could like barely open my driver's side door. And keep in mind, like this is in the tunnel in the morning commute on Monday morning after the Super Bowl. Like I'm hungover as fuck. I'm like, no, I'm going from cloud nine.
You've had real bad luck with your car in the past couple months.
Literally, very bad luck. So I'm happy to like sit higher on the ground and shit. Like I'm gonna feel like more safer, honestly, in the truck. But the guy got out and he's like, "Hey, you good, man?" I'm like, "Yeah, you good?" He's probably like 55. I'm like, what happened? He's like, there's 2 other cars, like, someone got rear-ended, blah, 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 and then, like, I hit him, they hit, and I was like, fuck, so, all right, so I'm expecting my mind, like, all right, I'm gonna have to, like, go out of the tunnel with my shit, like, my car fucked up,
right,
and, like, we're all gonna, like, exchange information. Fucking everyone just bounces. And my car is so fucked, I can't even, like, drive it.
Were their cars fucked?
Not that fucked.
Okay.
Like, not totaled.
Yeah.
And so I'm literally going 5 miles an hour with my flashes on, from the start of the tunnel to the end of the tunnel, which is like 1.4 miles. And dude, my car's smoking. Like I could smell the burningness of like shit like not being good with under the hood. And people like beeping at me, smashing. I'm like, bro, like look at the front of my fucking car now. Like look at this. Yeah. Give me a fucking break.
People just being selfish as absolute fuck.
And I didn't feel them because like they were probably going to work. Like who the fuck's this guy driving like a grandma 5 miles an hour? And then they saw the front of my car, like, oh, like that guy is like going through some shit right now. And
it's a good way to start the morning.
I'm almost out of the tunnel and I see the blue lights come on behind me. I'm like, all right, fuck, it's the state troopers, like finally. And then I told the guy what happened, and he called his buddy who like came and gave me a ride home. So crazy Monday morning after Tom Brady won the fucking Super Bowl. You know, like I said, going from cloud nine, happy, just Monday morning going to work, feeling hungover, and then I just fucking totaled my car. I was like, damn, bro.
Yeah.
Not a good start. But hey, guess what? The weeks past have sucked because I didn't have a car, but guess what? It opened up a new door because now I'm a truck owner.
Yep. And
Glass half full.
And your truck wouldn't have gotten that fucked up in that scenario if you get in that scenario again.
Oh no, I would have probably like killed that guy, like literally. But I'm pumped because the truck cost me $7,800 and the insurance gave me $5,300 for my car, so I technically got a truck for like $2,000.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, but also fuck the insurance companies that bleed people dry, because guess how much my insurance is a month?
Don't tell me.
Just try to guess, because it's a decent amount.
$800.
Oh, not that much.
Not
that much.
I was gonna guess like $1,200
Nah,
or something.
$450
Okay,
a month.
I was a little.
But still, like I
I'm
don't have a car payment. I'm just paying insurance. $450, bro. Like I had so like high, like points. I guess you get put in what's called like a pool.
Yeah, I was.
Oh,
there.
you're in the pool too?
Well, I recently years have gone by, because after enough years,
Isn't it like 7? I thought.
I think it's 6. I don't know. But 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Let's just, give or take. So, there's a certain amount of years that when you have a clean record from there, like things get taken away in a good way. Like, you know what I mean? Like you get less there's not as much points added up.
Yeah.
And I was in that scenario. I had a ton of points added up and shit. My insurance a month was like a lot of money, like a lot more than it would be. And I remember what really set it over the top was, and I had no idea. I still don't know how insurance works, right? Like, so I don't know what.
It's a fucking scam.
I don't know what makes things on your record. I don't know what's like minor enough to not be on your record, but I was at. So keep in mind, I had some things like probably like accidents and stuff. I rear-ended someone one time on a rotary, and I rear-ended somebody another time. You know, so that must be the reason why it was added up. But what really like made it go over the top was I was running an errand for someone, right? I was with my buddy Jake. You know Jake.
Yep.
And so we're in Salem, Mass, and that part doesn't really matter, but I like where the destination where I was going was on my left, and I was on the right hand side. So it's like 2 streets.
I got you.
You know what I mean? Like you can only go this way on this street, and you can
It's
only go
separated by like a median almost.
Yes, exactly. Yep. And so all of the places that you can U-turn say no U-turn. You know those kind of situations where it's just like, hey, how do you expect me to turn around then, you fucks? Like, can you just have one of these be a U-turn? Have out of these 10, just have one every 3 you can U-turn. You know what I mean? Fuck. And so I was going really far past the destination point at this point, right? Like I was going far. And so I'm at a red light. You can kind of picture the street, the way the street is, right?
Oh, I can. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm at a red light. Now there's cars on the other side, and they're at a red light, but they're across the street.
So the green lights are at the same time, right?
So correct.
Yeah.
So I'm at a red light facing this way, right? And then all those other cars are across from me and on the other side of the street, and they're going the opposite direction, okay? But it's important to know that they're across the street. And I'm at you can't take a U-turn spot. But I'm so far past this destination that I'm like, yo, I'm about to take this U-turn. Now, the first car across the street at that red light is a cop. And my buddy Jake, you know Jake, he just goes, he's just like you won't take this U-turn with that cop right there. I was like, say I won't one more time, and he said, you won't. I fucking did it. And then he pulled me over, and it was a $60 ticket. But for some reason that
moving violation.
Yeah, exactly, something like that.
Yeah.
And that made my points like way more, and that sucked really bad because I was just doing it to make Jake laugh. I honestly thought there was like a 50% chance that this dude wasn't even gonna know.
That's insane. And also, this is probably couldn't be a more fucking perfect segue, because I remember that story from like when you told me that before.
Yeah.
But I heard a story this weekend.
Wow,
and I will not use names. I will not use names. So if you listen to this podcast, bro, I got your fucking back. It's about getting a DUI.
Oh shit!
And he was. This isn't recently. This is like a while ago.
Okay.
He was in college.
Yeah.
This guy's like 28 now. He was on his college campus, but it's like pretty big, so like there's like lights and shit. And there was an actual like cop, not like public safety officer, like an actual police officer on campus. And he was shit-faced going to get pizzas with like his boys. And he was driving, obviously, and he's at a red light when there's like no one around because it's like 2 a.m. and it's fucking like the left arrow.
Yeah.
And his buddy goes, "You won't take a left on red?" And the same thing, he goes, oh, really, I won't? He's like, yeah, you're a pussy, you won't. Fucking takes the left on red, and then 2 cars behind him was like a cop, puts the lights on, ends up getting a DUI.
So he didn't know.
He didn't know.
Cop, though, right?
He didn't know.
Oh,
and then his buddy felt bad because he thought he, like, made him do it, kind of. So, like...
Which he did,
yeah.
essentially.
Yeah. But isn't that a wild way to just get a DUI?
Yeah, like a lot of people would listen to that story and be like, no, he made at the end of the day, the driver made the decision. No, his buddy made that decision for
yeah,
him.
that's what I'm saying. It's like...
Peer pressure's a motherfucker, man.
It
like,
really is.
When it comes to your buddies, like, calling you a pussy or something, it's, like, crazy what you'll do.
I know. I could not imagine getting a fucking DUI in that fashion.
That one, yeah, that's not a... No, there's no cool way to get a DUI, but that way is just not fucking cool.
But honestly, though, like, fuck insurance companies, like, who's... So 6 years, I gotta be clean for, like... I can't get in, like, I can't get a little ticket, like, you know what I mean? In 6 years, and then my insurance can go down just a little bit. Like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm not, like, giving blowjobs to, like, HIV addicts and fucking... You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not doing bad things.
Right.
Okay? I
Right.
might have, like, made a little slip up.
Yeah.
Might have hit someone who probably should have been going at that fucking rotary.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It wasn't all your fault.
That's what I'm saying. But, you know, insurance companies, they have to get their money. You know, if they line their pocket somehow. And I'm very, I don't know what the word is for it, but I feel strong about that subject, that insurance companies suck. But also, shout out the insurance company for the $5,000 check. Let's go.
That's why we have them, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that was my, I guess you could call, like, fun-filled activity for the past 2 weeks. Just, like, getting in the accident and then trying to, like, track down, like, a car that I wasn't going to, like, break the bank on.
Yeah, that points thing, man, is a motherfucker, too. I remember there was another situation I had where, you know the situation. I'm not going to get into the story on here, but because, you know.
Oh, yeah.
You already know.
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
So I got pulled over one time. And long story short, like, the dude just did me a solid and just gave me a marked lanes violation, which is like basically...
I got one.
Which is basically like you go straight in a right turn only or
I
something.
got one of those, yeah.
And that is not what happened.
We just sound like terrible drivers.
I know,
right now.
yeah, I know.
Like, damn.
And that is just what, in that situation, that is just not what happened. The dude was just doing me such a solid. And
what a guy.
But that made my points go up too. And it was better for with the other thing.
Oh, for sure. I honestly come to the terms that, like, I just really, really don't like driving. Like,
Yeah,
I would,
yeah,
like,
I
if
feel
I'm
that.
going on, like, a road trip, and, for example, like, if we're going, like, South Carolina like you did, and there's, like, 5 of us, and we're all switching off driving, I'd literally pay, like, $50 to just, like, not drive. You know what I mean? Like, I hate driving that much.
It's crazy how much energy it takes out of you, too. Where you're just sitting there just looking and staring off. Like, by the end of it, if it's a few hours, you're just drained.
I know. I've been in situations, too, where I've been, like, so tired, like, coming home from something, I've driven past my exit, like, fucking 6 exits. Has that ever happened to you?
Yeah, just staring off into space.
Yeah, so, like, just being so out of it.
Yeah,
like, damn.
actually, that's kind of funny when that happens. When you just, like, realize 3 exits later, like, oh, Jesus Christ. I was
like,
supposed
what
to...
am I doing?
Yeah, and you... Because it was really 7 miles to the exit, and you just got in the flow state of just, like, staring off into space.
And
right?
it sounds worse, too, because I've done that where I'm staring off into space in, like, that flow state, and I've also just been on my phone, like, fucking, like, on Tinder or something. You know what I mean? And just, like, miss my exit. I'm like, what do you... You should probably pay attention a little bit. And I didn't fart that bad. It was a little one.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah. Oh, and also, I don't know if you're watching this visually, people, but we're trying a new setup right now. So there's no table and there's no painting behind us. So we're gonna try this more. There's almost like like I'm on like 60-minute interview kinda. Like the way the camera's facing me and the way the chair's sitting right now. So we're giving that a whirl if you notice the different visual aid.
Nice commentary.
Yes.
While I was looking at my phone for topics to talk about, I honestly something that I don't think I brought this up in any other episode, but there's been a question that's been fucking bothering the shit out of me recently that I thought of, and I want to know what you think. Where do you think the internet is?
What do you mean where?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Where do you think it's somewhere? Or do you think it's just out in the air? Because if it's the second one, I have something to say. I have a question to follow up with.
So I kind of know the answer to this question. All the internet is like the cloud, which is essentially just like a bunch of servers, and like usually Texas has a shit ton of them, and I forget where else there's like a server farm, and that's basically where all the internet information is stored, and that's how they pass information back and forth like so quickly.
Really?
Yeah.
So wait, so the internet though is like a certain place?
Like it's like a storage area, yeah, kind of. Like it sends information like back and forth, kinda. Yeah.
But
like it's not like a.
So okay, so let me ask you this though. Did Bill Gates invent the internet in this Texas place or whatever like there that it is?
Did Bill Gates? No, I don't think so.
So that's the thing, right? Is like
I don't think so. Yeah.
I wonder, because what I mean by where is the internet is like, is there just a room in the world somewhere where the entire internet just is, or is it like okay, so it's not like that, right?
There's different locations, but they're all connected.
Okay, but so here's the other. So it's basically just out in the open somewhere, right? It's just another world.
The internet?
Yeah, essentially, it's like a I don't know what word to use, but a different.
It's basically like it's like fucking.
But it's a different world. You know what I mean? Like it's like a whole different thing. Like how do you even start the internet? You know what I mean?
You need like I actually was watching a Netflix series about the Apollo. And it's crazy because when the Russians went to space, the U.S. like tried to get something into space when they launched like Sputnik, that satellite. Mm-hmm. So John Kennedy was like, "We're gonna get astronauts up there in 10 years," and they were like, "We didn't like let alone like fucking like a rocket ship to build into space. We didn't even have like communication systems where we can like talk to each other. Like they didn't have like a mission control room. Yeah. So they like built that from scratch. But I think you need like." Not five. It was like 4G, whatever it was back then, like 3G fiber optic networks to like communicate. And that's how the internet travels.
But how does that work? How does that even happen?
Because it's like I don't know.
So, but here, okay. So here was my next follow up. question. So here's my next follow up question though. If the internet's just somewhere out there, right, and it's just this other world, and the planet just for some reason like the world just ended tomorrow, right? Just say hypothetically the world ended tomorrow, like poof, just ended. And then rebuilt itself, and then like it's just like rebuilt and then started over, and then there were people, you know, evolution was happening or whatever, and like dinosaurs were there, whatever.
Starting from scratch again.
Basically, right? This is just completely hypothetical in my brain, in my high brain at the time. Do you think that eventually, when humans would invent the internet again, that the internet would still be there? Like, do you think that our internet would still be there? You know, and
like almost like the world search history, kind of like fucking.
Yeah, more so like when they go to invent it, it's just like, oh shit, it's already here. What the fuck? Look at all this information. Look at all these people. Like, what the fuck? Where are all these people and shit? You know, like, you know, you'll be able to look up LoosenUp podcast like millions of years from now. Like that's what I mean. Because basically, is the internet like not anywhere in particular and just. It sounds fucking ridiculous, but
no, because it sounds like it's definitely a high as fuck conversation we're having right now, but it's weird because it used to be like just server farms, like physical servers would store all this information, but now it's like stored in like the fucking cloud. It's like you don't really need like physical hard things to like store shit now.
But that's what I mean. So if it's stored in somewhere that isn't a physical thing, like does that mean it's just out there somewhere?
I think it could be.
And it's just like out where?
I don't know.
And that's why I wonder if our world ended, would the internet world still be a thing? And then years to come, like it would just still be a thing, you know?
I think also, like, in order to get information, what our phone's doing is pinging, like, towers. Like, that's what the 5G shit is. You know what the 5G thing is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like pinging towers, and the towers ping back to our phone the information. So, like, I think if the world ends and those towers got fucked up, then, like, we wouldn't be able to, like, search things. But if it was rebuilt, I think the internet world would still be there, yeah. It's like LoosenUp podcast would, like, still be there if they looked it up.
That's fucking bananas.
I know. Isn't that wild?
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, dude, I have so much fascinations. I was watching a documentary on space. I think I was talking about this, and I was learning about black holes, and I just couldn't even fucking handle it.
I can't wrap my head around certain things.
Yeah.
That's like the guy that goes on Joe Rogan's podcast sometimes. He talks about
Neil?
Nah, it's not Neil deGrasse Tyson. It's this other fucking guy who's like a mathematician, and he talks about like crazy ass like third dimensional physics.
Got it.
And like it's all in my mind, it's all fake shit. So it's like, how can you like have a math on something that's not real?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was listening to the theories on black holes and stuff, and I couldn't even fucking fathom it. And I also just Space is so fucked up, man. Space,
Yeah.
because space is just out there and doesn't end.
Yeah, I know. Kind of like my dick.
Yeah, 100% like your dick.
That's a never-ending joke. That means my dick's big. If you're listening. Oh fuck. Oh no, we're good. Thought the audio just dropped. But yeah, no, Neil deGrasse Tyson can kind of fuck off though. He kind of pisses me off, to be honest with you.
How come?
I don't know. I just think I think it was because the last episode I listened to of the guy that was on Rogan's podcast, he was just screaming.
Who?
The deGrasse Tyson guy.
Yeah.
He was just like
the last time he was on Joe
Rogan's,
Rogan's,
just like screaming and like aggressive that like people would like even ask like a stupid question. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like Joe Rogan would be like, so like wait, why is it like square? And he'd be like, what do you mean why is it square?
Yeah,
it's circle. It's not square.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
right,
whoa,
right.
all right, Neil, pipe down.
I think that's a lot of built up anger towards always hearing. I think he has a pet peeve of everyone hate. You know what I've kind of like come to learn about people? Everyone hates when they know the ins and outs of something, right? Does not matter what it is, right? Something like when
they're an expert on something.
Yeah, right. Or just like they know. Yeah, definitely an expert. The more you know, the more it would probably irritate you. But it's like when someone talks about it or says something about it that isn't fucking true at all, and it's just someone who doesn't have any experience in any way about it, and they're saying something that isn't true. I think naturally as human beings, it like to no end pisses you off. Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
And so I think that when he was getting riled up on that episode to those questions, I think it was just like always hearing the dumb questions and like to him, because he's an expert in it. So like there's so much dumb shit that he hears like the public say, but like we would hear that same dumb shit and we wouldn't know if it was like a myth or not. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I know what you're saying, yeah.
And he just knows if it is or not, and he's probably just so mad all the time at dumb shit on the internet. So when he gets re-asked those questions, it's just like a PTSD, for lack of a better term, in his brain, and he's just like, ah! You know what I mean? Because it's just like he's so fed up in the past about it. You think that would be PTSD?
Kind in a way.
Like loosely said, you know, not like, you know, being at war and seeing some shit. And then,
Yeah, seeing.
You know what I mean? I understand
shit.
there's people out there with PTSD that like sucks, but
I think that's probably a thing. I also think like people who are really, really intelligent, when they get asked stupid questions, they in a way feel like undermined by like how hard they worked at that subject. So it's like, are you really gonna ask me this question right now? So like they get all fed up. Who knows though?
It's really easy to like be annoyed with somebody's question or statement if, like I said, if you like know the ins and outs of something, and if they ask something that's just so far from the realm of what it actually, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and Joe Rogan's like very fucking all about asking like crazy ass questions.
We'll put it this way: like when someone there's this like one question where it doesn't like it. I don't get mad. I definitely don't get mad, but it's just It's just an irritating question to answer, and it's when someone says like that. Someone says to me, "So how long does it take you to make a painting?" Right? Because to me, in my brain, it's like, dude, it all fucking depends. Like, it all depends on the size, depends what I'm using, and it's just like, what do you want me to say? Like, oh, every single painting, no matter what, takes me 5 hours and 37 minutes each time.
But then in their brain, when you like say, well, it depends on so many things, like, no, on average.
Right,
on
yes.
average.
Oh,
It's like,
dude,
you don't have to complicate it.
And to be honest, the real answer, say if I made a painting right now and it took me like however many hours, like 30 altogether, it's like, that really took me 4 years because I've been painting for the last 4 years. And like everything else I made helped make this.
Yeah.
So it's like really and plus it's a lot of hours of sketching and learning and all that. So it's like really like 4 years went into this. So that's how I view it. But if I say 4 years went into it, I sound like a dick.
Yeah, you sound like
such a dick.
Yeah.
Such a dick.
Yeah.
And so because one time I did answer with that, like I said, honestly, like I don't know, however many years it was at the time, I was like, like three years because I've been doing it for that long. And the person said, I didn't think it sounded bad.
They were probably like, "Oh, this guy's a cunt."
It was just honesty, right? No, but it was like someone someone I knew. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so he was just like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Is that like a douchey question?" And I felt bad. I didn't mean to make it sound like that because I was just answering it.
Right.
But ever since that person said, "Oh, sorry, was that like a douchey question?" I'm like, don't say that answer anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just say like it all depends.
Yeah, it all depends. It's not bad.
I've learned it all depends is a great answer.
It's all depends on the great answer for anything. Yeah.
Anything. Because it's always great to like, I don't know.
I did see that you finished that fucking massive one that you worked on though.
Yeah,
Like
really,
the big,
really big
the
one.
big ass one.
Yeah.
That one's actually fucking girthy.
Yeah.
Like, it really is.
It took a long time. That one took, put it this way, that took 3 weeks. But it took that's how like, but 3 weeks of like all day, every day, fucking
All day,
doing
yeah.
shit. You know what I mean?
Like full ass work days.
And that's pain. Yeah, right. And that's like the physical aspect of it rather than like.
What was it 5x5?
Yeah, which is like really, really big in person.
Oh yeah, I mean that's my height and footage is 5 feet.
It's my
so
wingspan. It's my wingspan. I learned that from this canvas that my wingspan's 5 feet because I can perfectly grab it and bring it places.
Oh really?
Yeah, but it's hard.
Dude, guys in the NBA wingspans are like fucking 9 feet. Can you imagine that?
They would carry this canvas no problem. Yeah. And while I have a lot of trouble, I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Walking like this fast because you know what I mean? Like, you know when there's like little cartoon characters and they walk, they're just like that fast. Or like a little ass dog. I think it's so funny when you see a little ass dog keeping up with their owner or whatever, and their
feet are just going a million miles an hour. It's always like pugs. I see pugs doing that a lot.
Yeah, dude. Dogs are funny.
Yeah, it was weird when I was watching basketball the other day when the Celtics were on, how like Kemba Walker's probably like 6'2", 6'3", and he looks fucking like miniature out there.
Kemba Walker's he's 5'11" or something.
Oh, is he?
He's like
he went to
UConn, right?
Yes.
He's like 5'10", 5'11".
Oh, he is, dude. He looks miniature.
I remember him in college. I remember he was nasty in college. I remember him being under 6 feet.
Like, imagine us playing out there, like how small we would look on like TV if like we were playing. Like, let alone like in real life.
Imagine
like,
us next to Shaq or something. I'm gonna fact check and see if he is under 6 feet. But imagine being next to Shaq or something. Just how little he. I mean, have you ever just stood next to someone who's just not even way taller than you, just way fucking large, like way more just muscular as fuck and taller, and just how much bigger you feel their presence. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, this one kid.
Wow, you could snap me in half if you wanted.
This one kid I went to college with, his name was Sam. He was no bullshit like 6'7", and he was just built like a brick shit house. And this other kid I went to school with, like, see, they were like the same grade. He was like 6'5", and I would like stand in between them sometimes when we go out, and I'd be like, feels like I have fucking bodyguards walking around me. Like, this is sick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it says Kemba Walker's 6 feet, but like, dude, I don't.
They definitely lied.
Yeah, they just boosted him up because he's in the NBA.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because at UConn, I'm pretty sure he was 5'10" or 5'11".
Yeah, I couldn't imagine being.
What about Muggsy Bogues? He was like 5'4".
And he dunked, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, Spud Webb was the guy that dunked.
Yeah, he was like 5'6".
Yeah, and he would like fucking go in like the dunk contest.
Yeah.
That's badass.
Yeah.
I think if we probably trained since we were like 13 to dunk, I think we could dunk. You think?
I can get up there. Yeah, maybe. I think that if I was like 4 or 5 inches taller, which would be 5'11" to 6 feet. If I was 5'11", 6 feet, definitely 6 feet, I could dunk.
I think so too.
Yeah, I strongly think that.
The only thing I struggle with is the ball part, like fucking palming it.
Well, that's the part too, where it's like if you're 6 feet, if your hands are bigger, too. You know what I mean? But I natural ability jumping can get up there, but it's like my height, I can't reach over the rim and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if literally just that much more, I'd probably be able to I wouldn't be able to yam, but I'd be able to lightly dunk.
Like a nice finger roll, like right up on
Wouldn't
the
rim.
rim.
Wouldn't that be so cool to be able to dunk on 10 feet?
Be sick.
I could dunk on like at 8 feet, like effortlessly, you know?
Yeah, I know. I never. I can touch the rim. That's really all I can do.
What, on 10 feet?
I don't know. Is 10 feet the one over the park, or is that 9?
Which one?
Like Dever Park.
Oh, who knows? I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I can get up pretty good on that one.
Yeah, I don't know.
They still don't have fucking rims on the hoops over there because of Corona. Like, those hoops have not had a rim on them for like 8 months.
Yeah, after I went to when I went to South Carolina last week, I realized like they're not
strict.
Strict. I was gonna say the word nonchalant, but I could say strict. No. They are strict actually.
Oh really?
Yeah. Well, they're not like okay. Let me rephrase all that. Sorry,
Florida doesn't give a fuck, and they're like
yeah. So South Carolina, like they make you wear masks. Like it says
Like walking around outside?
Well, it says everywhere, like, when you walk in, like, hey, you have to be wearing a mask. But also, like, it's way less of a thing. Things are still open, you know. And
full
like,
capacity,
yeah,
probably.
like, pretty much. And, yeah, exactly. Like, just little, you know, I learned how safe Massachusetts, I guess, is the word, lack of a better term.
Conscious
Massachusetts is after going. You know, I mean, if you go to New Hampshire too, they don't give a fuck in New Hampshire.
I mean, we're liberal as fuck. That's why.
Yeah, right. But in New Hampshire, dude, they don't give a fuck.
I know.
Like at all. I mean,
you can not wear a mask and like go into some places to like order a sub or something.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I remember when we in Maine too, kind of when we went for the 4th of July. Dude, we went to a bar. There was nowhere. There was full capacity. Everyone was not wearing masks.
And the bar, you can sit at the bar. Could you sit at the bar in Carolina too? Like the actual bar itself. Like, could you sit there? Because, like, in Boston, like, some of them you can't still sit at the bar.
Yeah, I think so. I don't even know.
New Hampshire, you can.
I don't even know if we went to because every time we went out, like, we sat at a table.
Table, yeah.
Yeah, no, you could sit at the bar, though. Yeah, you could.
Yeah. Some places around here still, like, they'll have the plastic stanchions up, so they'll have, like, 3 seats on the high top, plastic stanchion, then, like, 3 seats, and, like, there are little sections of 3s at the bar. That's the only way people can sit. But New Hampshire, dude, there was people sitting at the bar, no mask, and, like, they were not in the same party by any means. Like, they were chilling.
Yeah.
That was where we played the pawn hockey. That's what,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was packed at the bar.
Yes.
Yeah.
I played pawn hockey again like a week and a half ago,
nice.
and the ice was way worse than when we played last time. Like, yeah.
Was the same spot?
Different spot.
Oh, okay.
Different spot. It was in Reading, this one. But it's still so fun.
Yeah.
But it was very hard to skate.
Yeah, I see people ever since I played, I see people doing it now and then, and I'm just like, oh, I wish I was out there.
I know. I want to get like a nice pawn where it's like actual sheet of glass. Like perfect. But when it snows on top of it, it freezes all fucked up.
Yeah,
you had to like shovel it and scrape it and like flood it and do all this crazy stuff. But
I could see that.
pawn hockey season's definitely coming to an end though.
Yeah.
Like February. My birthday's actually like very close.
27th.
Yeah. 27 on the 27th. I'm going to feel really fucking old. You've been 27 for a bit. How is it?
27 was it was out of all the ages, you know how like you don't really feel any different on your birthday? For me, 27, I felt a little different.
What do you mean?
And I still feel a little different ever since I turned 27, to be honest.
You think?
24, 27 have been 2 ages that I felt a little different after.
In what way? Like mentally? Or like your back hurt when you woke up or something?
More so just the mentally, because it's more so just the, whoa, I'm like getting up. Not like I'm getting up there as I'm getting old, but it's more so just like, whoa, I'm like becoming a fucking adult.
Yeah, I remember like turning like 17 and 18 and thinking like that was like really like getting up there, and like now I'm literally 27.
Yeah, you want to know why?
10 years
Want to know
ago?
why 24 and 27 were probably like big? Because 24, I was realizing like, whoa, I'm not in my early 20s anymore. I'm getting to the middle. And then 27, I'm like, whoa, I'm getting towards the end of my 20s. I think that subconsciously, maybe that was the reason why those 2 ages. I bet 30 will be weird.
I bet 30 sucks.
Yeah, yeah.
Mark my words, if we're still where we're at right now, like if we're still going out to like a bar and they have plastic stanchions everywhere.
Oh, but when we're 30.
But when I'm 30, I think I'm gonna just like move away to fucking like Guam or like Tulum.
Dude, I don't even want to like hypothetically think it. No, we have to be good at that point. I'd move to Miami because it's not a thing down in Miami.
Yeah, dude, people move to Florida and Texas.
Well, as in when I say it's not a thing, I mean it's treated like not a thing.
Yeah,
so.
it's not.
I'm moving down to Miami if this shit.
And the art capital would be popping down there too. Right?
What do you mean?
Like the art's crazy, isn't it? Like
Miami. Miami's the spot. Yeah, Miami's the spot for art in the United States. There in California.
Estados Unidos.
See.
That's Spanish for
United States.
United States.
Yeah. Yep. See.
What's it called when the word in Spanish is like the same as the word in English? There's like a name for that. You know what I'm talking about? Like you know like what's one that's like very similar in Spanish? It's like the same. Caro, yeah.
It's car. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, gimmick? No, gimmick is like when you remember it in a certain way, right?
Is it gimmick?
Gimmick word. Is
it
a gimmick
it's something
word?
like that.
I know what you're talking about though. Maybe I don't know if it's a gimmick word.
I'm trying to think of another word. I'm like blanking on my Spanish words right now. They're like the same in English.
Oh, I have a really funny one, but I'm not gonna say it because we're on camera.
Pantalones, kind of pants.
Yeah. Yeah.
somewhat close. But there's literally words that are spelled the same way.
No. Like the word no.
Oh, yeah, no. That's one.
Fuck
yeah. I can't think of another one right now. Different languages creep me out. Not creep me out, but like kind of fat. I would say fascinating.
Baseball is el baseball.
Baseball. Soccer is football. True. Football Americano.
Yep.
Isn't that wild that football is football Americano and then like soccer is football?
Yeah. You know, football Americano is basically like I heard something like they took the name football because it was the length of a soccer field that they were playing on or something, which it still is.
You know, no, a soccer pitch is bigger. It's like one.
Oh, really?
It's like 130 by 90 yards or something.
130 by 90 yards.
Or 130 by like something. It's like way bigger.
That's fucking huge.
I don't think it's by 90. It's like 135 by like 50 or like something.
How wide is a football field? I know the distance is 100 yards, but it's 120.
I'll look it up.
120 because of the 10 yards in the end zone.
I'm gonna look up soccer pitch dimensions. All right, so soccer pitch dimensions. It says it's 131 by 87 yards.
Okay.
Oh, the field of play should be 136 by 93 yards. So that's what it is. And then let's see football field dimensions. It's got to be way smaller. Football field. Any guesses here?
120 yards in length, and then the width I'm guessing is gonna be
53 and 1/3.
No, I was gonna guess like I don't know what I was gonna guess because you said the answer. So
120 including the end zones by 53. Yeah, and the other one's bigger. Damn, dude, soccer fields are fucking big, huh?
Yeah, they are big. Fuck that. That's way too much running.
When I played lacrosse, I didn't realize like lacrosse is really fucking tiring.
I didn't even know you played lacrosse.
Played it for like a very short amount of time, but yeah, you do like a lot of running, like just as much as you would in soccer, honestly.
Yeah, that sucks.
But also, if you're in lacrosse, if you're a D-man, you can't go over halfway. So if you're a defenseman, you're kind of just chilling. And if you're an attack, you can't go to the defensive zone, so you're just chilling when you're on. How sick is that? Attack, you literally only play offense.
Yeah, that's tight.
Middies can run anywhere, though.
Lacrosse is a random one, dude. That's a random sport. You don't really meet people that are like you meet people here and there. It's like, oh, he's like really good at basketball. Like, oh, he's really good at baseball. Oh, he's really good at hockey. Oh, he's really good at soccer. You know, but you never like come across someone's like, yo, he's nasty at lacrosse, dude. He's like setting up this, that, the other thing about them in lacrosse. You know.
You know, it's a national sport of Canada.
Lacrosse.
Yeah.
Like baseball here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sound like a simpleton right now, but I thought like hockey was...
I know, dude. That's what everyone thinks, but it's like randomly Canada because I think like Native Americans like fucking did it.
Oh yeah, I actually did hear that Native Americans invented that shit.
Yeah, it's a wild fact. Yeah. That's one I always like to bring up. You know, girls lacrosse, like you can't.
Yeah, you have to wear goggles and you can't hit. You
can't touch someone. The only thing you can do is like defend.
It's not physical.
Very not physical, like at all.
Right.
Classic female sports. I'm just kidding. I'll get canceled for that nowadays. How about the guy?
Yeah, you're good. It's true.
The guy in The Bachelor got canceled. Chris Harrison. He's the guy who like hosts the rose ceremony and shit. Yeah. And I don't really know what happened, but he like supported someone who did something fucked, and the network canceled him because he supported someone who like they didn't agree with.
Oh, that sucks.
It was over something racial, I think.
Dude, I don't even know. See, like at the end of the day, what do we know? You know.
We know that.
I hate speculation. I've kind of in general learned that I'm not a big fan of speculation, and like just because someone knows someone or is cool with someone, you're kind of speculating that they have the same views, and you know what I mean? And then you're just kind of assuming. Does that make sense?
Like if someone
I don't know what happened with that guy, but it's basically just like with the canceling shit, it's just like like a lot of speculation. Like if you say something on camera that like you were kidding around or something, people speculate like, that you're a piece of shit and stuff. But it's just like, no. You just took it out of... I don't know.
There's a prime example for that. So I was watching this clip on NBA TV. Like, it's like Shaq, Charles Barkley, like the white dude, and this other guy. And, like, they're always, like, joking around. This guy's name is Pascal Siakam on the Raptors. And the commentator was, like, looking at Shaq. And he's like, so are you going to be watching Pascal tonight? And Shaq goes, no, I'm going to be watching Siakam. But his first name's Pascal, so it looked like he didn't know his first name. So people were commenting on, like, how the fuck you gonna have that job? And I know. Yeah. But he knows him and, like, was kidding.
Right.
But they don't know, like, that he knows him.
Especially Shaq is, like, a character.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean? But it's, like, just these classic fucking people coming out, freaking out at people and just canceling them over, like, something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know what pisses me off is because the networks, they probably don't even want to, but because it's, like, corporate-y America and, like, the ratings go down. It looks like bad if they support someone who, like, they don't agree with, like, so they, like, have to, like, shit can them. It's wild, dude. It's the world we live in.
I know.
So be careful out there at the workplace, people. You have to be politically correct at all times now, I guess.
Indeed.
So you just come on and listen to the podcast because we're definitely fucking not politically correct at all.
Yeah, that's true too. Patrice O'Neal had a really funny bit on he was basically saying, and Patrice O'Neal is a comedian if you're listening, he basically was saying, like, why can't we harass you ladies at the workplace? Why can't we? And he's just like, I think that there should be a day, for lack of a better term, called harassment day, where we could just say all the filth on our minds, but like when we get
like
to
get
work,
away with it,
and you get away with it. And he goes, and it's just like a normal day. You come in, you go, oh, hey Bethany, how you doing? Happy harassment day.
Love them titties.
I was just wondering. I just wanted to let you know that I love your titty meat. What's the meat called of the titty? The titty meat, not the cleavage, not the crack right there, but the meat of your titty. I really like the meat of your titty. I mean, anything that's out in the open, I think that you should be able to comment on. And her titty meat is out. Her titty meat's all out. And yeah, that just reminded me of that.
Oh, if there was a harassment day where you used to get away with anything, that'd be wild. Oh,
that's just
actually no, I can't tell this during the podcast. I'll tell you after. This is a post podcast, sorry. But if a fucking guy did this, what this chick did this weekend, if a guy did this,
it would be a whole thing. But
he'd be on the fucking news.
Wait, did what?
That's what I'm saying. I can't really. I want to tell it.
Oh,
you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna tell it.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna be really fucking loose in the details here.
Okay.
So this female.
Okay.
Is semi talking to this male. Like, they've hooked up a couple times. Like, by no means are they, like, dating or whatever. Like, not even exclusive. Like, banging other people is definitely still okay.
On the table?
Yeah. He, like, didn't answer or whatever. Like, we were kind of, like, doing, like, his own thing. And he came back to his apartment at, like, 5 a.m. after going to the casino with yours truly. And she was just in his fucking bed. Like, and the door is wide open of his apartment. And she was just in his bed.
That's psycho shit.
Like, and she's, like, not a psycho either. But it's, like, she was, like, so blackout and, like, thought it, like, would be good to go there. Or whatever. But he came back.
She was hammered.
She was hammered. But it's, like, if a guy, like, if a girl came home, like, the door was open and there was just a guy, like, in that bed.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be, like, whoa, this guy is the biggest fucking creep.
Yeah.
Like, whoa. Like, I thought you were cool. Now I think you're creepy.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'd be, like, something like that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Double standard, people. Double fucking standard.
Yeah.
But isn't that wild, though?
I don't know who it was.
I'll give you the full detail story.
What's the first letter?
I can't even do it. But yeah, I just thought that was a unique situation where, like, if that happened, and honestly, like, he's probably, like, low-key pumped. Like, all right, cute girl in my bed, like, let's fucking go.
Yeah, right.
But, like, if I did that, probably be pretty frowned upon.
Yeah, it's funny how what things you can and can't do, guy wise. You know what I mean? Like,
see,
it's like, yeah.
I found out, like, a lot of cultures are different, like, way different, too. Like,
oh, yeah.
Like, you can go to fucking, like, Spain or, like, India, and, like, the guys will just be so rude to, like, women and shit. And, like, same, like, a woman...
Is that, like, really, like, Spain and India, like, are places where that happens? Or is it, like...
Not so much Spain, I don't know, but India is, like, definitely a thing where, like, women are, like, very, like... do dishes, like very old school. Like, men can just kind of, like, fucking berate them almost. But dude, in, like, Pakistani and shit, women can't even, like, drive.
I know. They have to, like, hide themselves and shit.
And if, like, they exploit their ankle, they're like sluts.
Right.
It's like, oh my god, dude, her big toe showing. What a fucking Slut.
I wonder what the girls think about that.
They hate it.
But do they?
They hate it.
Yeah.
Most of them. You know? I feel for you ladies. I'm there. Like, I don't think it should be that. You know what I mean? Like, it definitely shouldn't be like that. Like, that's fucking...
That's fucked.
Yeah, like, that's weird.
Not being able to show anyone who you are except for your husband. Whoever invented that religion... Oh, this is going to get touchy. But whoever invented that religion where, like, your wife has to, like, hide from the world except for you was just a fucking...
like a psycho jealous boyfriend?
Yes, like a demanding boyfriend. Like a... what's the word I'm looking for? Like a... Not a creep, but like a...
I'm trying to think of an adjective as well.
No, it's not stalker, but it's like...
His name was probably Chad, translation to, like, Pakistani.
Controlling.
Douche. Yeah.
The person was... whoever invented that was just a controlling, jealous boyfriend. And he was just like, I'm the only one that can see you.
Yeah, he was just, like, in Parliament and, like, had strings to pull in government, so just, like, made a law. Fuck you, buddy.
Yeah. No,
whoever you were.
No offense if you're this religion.
Watch White Tiger on Netflix. I didn't know India was like a third world country a lot in some places. Bro, India is like a very third world country in like a lot of places. Like, I'm talking gross.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And like they still have like servants and like all this crazy shit.
Whoa.
Yeah, and they like hit them. Like, it's weird.
And you have to worry about tigers?
It's called White Tiger because of like some other thing in the movie.
I forgot that was the title, and I meant the tiger thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, don't you see tigers in India?
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
There was like, I think it was in India, there was like they had the coronavirus in like tubes or whatever. Like there was this place, the
monkeys broke in, right?
Yeah, the university, and then the monkeys like stole the coronavirus and shit.
Oh, there's like full-blown monkeys like traveling around in India like in packs. Like they'll go into your apartment and like steal shit.
That's insane.
Like, imagine you walk in and like a monkey's just like taking a shit on your poop or like putting lipstick on or something, like just going through stuff.
Dude, monkeys are so human-like. I remember I heard Joe Rogan talking about how he gave a monkey an Oreo and the thing twisted off the top and started licking the fucking
really?
the cream, and it's just like, yo, that means that he's eaten Oreos before.
Yeah, there's also a monkey like smokes cigarettes too. Like they lit up cigs. Yeah.
Imagine smoking weed with a monkey.
That'd be wild.
Imagine having a monkey, right, as a pet.
But see, that would creep me out only because I don't even know if this is a rumor. I don't even know if this is a true story. But
you
didn't
know
like
what's going on in their head?
Didn't like some old woman get like her arms ripped off by a monkey or something?
People have gotten their face ripped off. And
yeah,
shit.
like that.
Chimpanzees, I think.
Like if I'm smoking weed and then I'm like, yo, wait.
Yeah.
You're not gonna care. I know you're gonna hurt me, are you, man?
I know, and not to mention like if
it just starts like freaking out at you.
If it's getting high too, just like it's like, yo, imagine if you gave a monkey alcohol. That would be terrifying.
Oh my god, dude.
By the way, I would never give a monkey weed or alcohol, but I'm just saying, like, hypothetically, if you gave a monkey a 40, right, and this thing was a Four Loko, right? You gave it a couple Four Lokos, and it got heated at you, dude, you'd be dead.
Yeah, you'd be fucking dead, dude. That's what I'm saying. That's why, like, the little finger monkeys are cool because, like, at the end of the day, I could just bat the hell out of you and, like, kill you if I needed to. Like, if I needed to. I don't want to do that.
Right.
I would love to be friends with you.
Yeah.
But, like, a big monkey, like, you're just chilling, and then he just, like, looks at you and, like, is mean mugging you. Like, I'm leaving the room.
Imagine terror. When I see people hanging out with, like, gorillas or stuff, like, really any animal that can, like, murder you, imagine, like, you're hanging out with a gorilla and it's just sitting in this chair and all of a sudden it's just, like, everything's all good and it just slowly looks at you with, like, evil-ass eyes and just starts getting heated. How scared you'd be.
You make, like, a bad gorilla joke and he gets mad at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a poorly tasted gorilla joke. I hate when people make those.
I was with a buddy at the zoo and we were at the gorillas, and he said, "Damn," the gorillas were looking at us, and he was like, "Damn, they're gorilling us."
Oh my god, dude! He had to have heard that off like a popsicle or something.
No, he really he said that was in the top 3 funniest things he's ever said in his life to this day.
Gorilling us. I like that.
Yeah, you thought of it on the spot.
I got a new Tom Brady shirt that says it's almost Friday, and it's him getting like escorted out when he's like hammered.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, pretty pumped to wear it. I'm actually gonna wear it next podcast. I should have wore it tonight. Pissed.
It's okay.
Are we gonna do this camera shot the next time too?
We'll see. We'll see how it comes out.
Word.
Yeah. Well.
I guess we're signing off, people. Hope you enjoy the conversation today.
All right, guys.
Peace out.